Nush. Is precious.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam. Thank you all for joining today's session. I am grateful for all of you for giving your valuable time today. So it's as we have said, it's already raining outside. So you have kindly agreed to join on the Zoom session. Today is a very important session. So we are speaking about Lord Ganesha. Ganesha Chaviti is coming on September 7th. So we need to prepare our consciousness. How do we celebrate? How do you celebrate Ganesh Chaviti this time? So last time Ganesh Chaviti will be different, and today this time Ganesh Chaviti should be different. What is the difference? We'll be looking at into in this session, and not only that, I will be introducing you to a great scripture called Srimad Bhagavatam. So we will learn about all these things. So if you have any doubts, so if you want to answer any question, please unmute yourself and try to let us be interactive in this. So Zoom is a very difficult to make us engage. It's not like a physical things. So whenever you have a question, you please unmute yourself and ask. You can ask your question. You can answer. If you don't have any other questions, please mute yourself. Please ensure that you are on mute. If it is possible, kindly switch on your cameras. It will be very, very personal. Otherwise, it will be very only we can see black screens over here. So if it is possible for you, please switch on your cameras. Hare Krishna. So we'll start our session with a bhajan. Ohe Vaishnava Thakura. So written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Ohe Vaishnava Thakura. Dayara Saghara. Kedase Koruna Kogari. O Hey Vaishnava Thakura, Dayara Sagara, Edasi Koruna Kori. Priyapada Chaya, Sodohe Amaya, Tomara Charana Dori. Priyapada Chaya, Sodohe Amaya, Tomara Charana Dori. Jaya Vigadomi, Jaya Dosha Sodi, Jaya Guna Deho Dase, Jaya Vigadomi, Jaya Dosha Sodi, Jaya Guna Deho Dase, Jaya Satsanga, Deho e Amare, Bosechi Sangira Ase, Jaya Satsange, Dehoy amare bosechi sangira se Ohe Vaishnava Thakura Dayara Sagara Hidase Koruna Kori Ekaki Amara Nahi Paya Bala Harinama Sankirtane एकाकी आमारा नाही पाया बला हरिनामा संकीर्तने तुम्ही कृपा करी श्रद्धाबिंदू दिया देहो कृष्ण नाम धने तुम्ही कृपा करी श्रद्धाबिंदू दिया देहो कृष्ण नाम धने कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण दीते पारो तुम्हारा शक दिया छे कृष्ण से तुम्हारा कृष्ण दीते पारो तुम्हारा शक दिया छे আমি তো খঙ্গাড়া কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি দাইতাব পাছে পাছে আমি তো কঙ্গালা কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলে তাই তব পাছে পাছে ও হে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুরা দয়ার সাগর হে দাসে করুণা করি দিয়া পদ ছায়া সদো হে আমায় তোমার চরণ ধরি Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. So this is a song written by Bhakti Vinod Thakura praying for a Vaishnava Thakura. Who is a Vaishnava? The one who worships Vishnu or his devotees is a Vaishnava. So Vaishnava Thakura. Thakura means the highest. He is the highest of the Vaishnavas is the Mahajans. There are 12 Mahajans. One among the Mahajan is Lord Shiva. Shiva is the 12 Mahajans. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, we have to follow what Mahajan says. Like Bhishma is one Mahajan, Prahalad is one Mahajan, Yamadharmaraj is one Mahajan, and one such Mahajan is Shambhu or Shiva. So the followers of the Shiva, the true followers of the Shiva are also the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. So naturally, Lord Ganesha is a Vaishnava. So of course, we are praying to our Vaishnavas. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, our Guru, Acharyas, and one of the greatest one of the Vaishnavas is Ganesha. So we are praying to all of these Vaishnavas. O devotee of Krishna, O ocean of mercy, be merciful unto your servant. Give me the shade of your lotus feet and purify me. I hold on to your lotus feet. So we should never leave the lotus feet of a Vaishnava devotee. Teach me to control the 6 passions. So we are asking to our Guru to teach us the 6 passions, to rectify our control of 6 passions. What are the 6 passions? It is related to words, mind, anger, tongue, stomach, and genitals. These are the 6 senses which we have to control. Rectify my 6 faults. We all are having 6 faults. So we have a tendency to overeat, attachment to material things, inability to follow the 4 regulatory principles, no meat eating, no intoxication, all those 4 things. Sense gratification, we want to try to enjoy ourselves. Useless idle talks. So whenever we have time, we talk gossips. And impure habit. These are the 6 things, 6 faults which we are asking our Guru to rectify this. Bestow upon me the 6 qualities. So what are these 6 qualities? Enthusiasm. So we all have that enthusiasm. You have showed your enthusiasm. So hear about this Bhagavad Gita, what Lord Ganesha is talking about. Firm faith in devotional service, strong desire to attain prema, favorable service attitude, avoidance of the non-devotees, appreciation of the company of the associating with the devotees. And he's also asking for granting me 6 kinds of holy association. What are the 6 kinds of holy association? Go to the satsanga. Satsanga is a holy association. Invite devotees to your home. Discuss and hear about Krishna Kada. To make Mahaprasadam. Having Mahaprasadam is one of the 6 holy association and to offer Mahaprasadam. So we are asking our Guru Maharaj to do, please help us in achieving these things. Because I do not find the strength to carry on alone the Sankirtana of the holy name of Hari. Please bless me by giving me just 1 drop of faith. We are lacking the faith. We are asking for that faith, with which to obtain the greatest treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Because Krishna is yours. Krishna belongs to Vaishnavas. Krishna belongs to Guru. You have the power to give him to me. I am simply your servant, running behind you, shouting, Krishna, Krishna. We are all Kangala. Kangala means we all know Telugu. So Kangala, we don't have any qualification. Qualification is of gurus. We are taking the association of guru. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरातां सगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चना गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजाङ्घ्रे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गुरुविषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्याय देवाय गो ब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातं तं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं गिरिधारिणं। श्री परमानन्दमाधव श्री कृष्ण चैतन्येश्वरं मम पवित्र पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं पतिं स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष साबाह्यभ्यन्तरं शुचे विष्णु विष्णु श्री विष्णु। हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा राव प्रभु जी and Ruksha Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. Thank you so much for joining. Deepti Mataji, thank you so much. Deepti Reddy Mataji, thank you so much. Dandavad Pranam. Padmavati Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. Hemlata Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. Vikas Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam. Sita Lakshmi, Dandavad Pranam. Manikyam Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam. Jagannath Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam. Saraswati Mataji, Abhishek Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam. Thank you all for joining today's session. So I was
Thank you, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So I was thinking,
Thank you,
because of
sir.
okay. So thank you each and every one of you. I personally hold my head at your lotus feet for giving me your wonderful association today. So I was worried that how can we meet? It's raining and there is a red alert over here. It's very difficult to meet in person. Of course, meeting in person is the most important thing, but having the association is one of the most important thing. We should have that continuity and having each other association enthusiasm, which you are all showing toward these sessions. I'm deeply grateful to all of you. So first of all, I would like to wish you an advance happy Ganesh Chaturthi. So it is said that on the day of Ganesh Chaturthi, on the 10 days of Ganesh Chaturthi, Ganesha he comes here in this material world and stays for 10 days. Though we are unable to see him, he is present in his Murti form. So this is the consciousness which we have to carry. Wherever you see the Ganesh Pandal, we see that Ganesha is still existing there. So what we should ask for Ganesha? How do we approach Ganesha? We should all know him. The devotees of ISKCON has a special favor towards Vinayaka. So the devotees like Vinayaka so much. when we celebrate Vinayaka, though we don't celebrate in the temples, that each and every devotee, if you are go and ask any ISKCON devotee, who is your one of the favorite devata, the first and foremost answer that you will get is Ganesha. Because Ganesha has done so much for all of us. What he has done, what we should, how should we respect, how should we reciprocate for the service which Ganesha has rendered. Now, without knowing that we are so far in the a whole lifetime till now, we have celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi in a way. That also we'll see here. But at what consciousness we have to celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi? How should we respect him? What are reciprocations we have to show towards him? Is we are going to see, especially in this. So, topics for the discussion today. So, broadly, there are 5 topics. First of four topics is about what Ganesh ji likes to do the most. What does he likes to do most? If the 7th September 7th Ganesh Chaturthi is nothing but the birth anniversary of Ganesha. So, what is his like? So, we all like certain things, but Ganesh also likes certain things. So, what is his like to do the most? What Ganesh ji gave us. So, what is the contribution of Ganesha to the entire devotees, to the entire material world? What does Lord Ganesha do for us, especially for what he is trying to do? How can we please God? So, Lord Ganesha. So, we celebrate his anyone's birthday with a pleasure. So, we give gifts. So, we go to our loved ones and give gifts so that they get happy. Similarly, on the birthday of Vinayaka, how can we make Vinayaka happy? We all should know. After this, we have another topic called Srimadh Bhagavatham. So, there we will see a 5-track movie. So, where how the Srimad Bhagavatam has appeared and what is the purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam? What is the glory of the Srimad Bhagavatam? So, what does Ganesh ji likes to do the most? If I ask you a question, so what does he likes to do? So, immediately our reply would be, anyone would like to guess what does Ganesh ji likes to do? Any answer? You can unmute yourself and give answer.
Our prayers and bhajans.
Prayers and bhajans. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Very good. Usha Mataji, you are on mute. Okay, you are on mute, Mataji. Yeah. Eat sweets,
Yeah.
eat bogas.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Undralu.
Undral, yes. So many, any other?
Laddu.
Laddus, eat laddu, undral, all those things. Yes, that's right. Ganesh likes to eat. So what does he likes to eat? Undral. Or sometimes we say it's a puttanga buttalu or buttalu made of jackfruit leaves. That there are so many. So each culture has a different kind of offerings which we make to Ganesh ji. Undralu, jilledikayalu, laddu, buttalu, all those things. So my mother used to prepare all these varieties. So I used to wait for whole 1 year for this. The entire taste of these things will come only on the Ganesh Chaturthi. No other day we get this taste, no matter how much you try. So we all wait for this nice prasadam every 1 year. So not only that, Ganesh is also staying in this material world, in this planet Earth. Where does he staying? He is staying in a cave, in a Badrik Ashrama. So near North India, near to Nepal, there is a Ganesh Gufa. So you can see Ganesha over there. But our eyes are not pure as it now. So though we go to the cave now, we cannot see Ganesha there, but he still exists there, right, reading the scriptures, doing his activities. And opposite to that, to Ganesh Gufa, there is another cave called Vyasa Gufa, where Vyasadeva is sitting. He's still there, sitting opposite each other. And what are they doing? They are doing the eternal meditation and chanting the whole Lord's names. So what names they are chanting? They are chanting the Vishnu's names, Narayana's names. So you all know when you do Ganesh Chaturthi festival, so Ganesh Adhipatyam. So how did Ganesha get the Adhipatya? So we'll hear a story. So there where his brother Subramanya Swami and all the other devatas were given a challenge to go entire world, circumambulate 7 times One who comes first will get the highest first order. So we all know everyone runs in their own vehicles. So one has a peacock, one has a bull, and everyone running on the peacock, all of it. But what about Ganesha? Ganesha has only mouse, and mouse is the slowest animal. Not only that, Ganesha is a very hefty person. So how can the mouse run so fast? So he devised that. He was thinking, how can I do it? So he was when he was thinking and they started proceeding. Narada Muni came and Ganesha did a Dandavat Pranam to Narada Muni and said, please help me. How can I do it? I want to please my father, Shiva here. I'm not bothered about Adhipatyam, but I want to please my father. So Narada Muni says, yes, you are wonderful. So I will give you a mantra, a name. You keep it in your hand and circumambulate 7 times around Parvati and Parameshwar. So Vinayaka holds this paper and bows down before Parvati and Parameshwar and circumambulates around Parvati and Parameshwar. And to the surprise of everyone, everywhere, Vinayaka was first there. Do you know what is there in the paper? First, when he opened the paper, Narada Muni opened the paper, he saw it is the name of Ram. Ram was written. So Shiva was chanting Ramanama. See Rama Rama Rameti Mane Rame Rame Manorame. Sahasranama Tattulyam Ramanama Varaname. So Shiva, his father, is saying to Parvati Devi that I am chanting Rama's name and I am happy. And by that, Parvati Devi also was started chanting Ram's name. What do you think when mother and father chants a name, automatically children also do the same thing? So Vinayaka also has the same faith on the Rama. Not only that, he has a faith on the Lord Ram, he has a faith on his Guru Narada Muni. So by this story, we have to understand that we have to have faith on the Hare Krishna Mahaman, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, which our Guru has given. By this chanting of the holy names, we are having respect to and this done to our Guru Maharaj. So this is the quality which Vinayaka has. We all have to imbibe the same qualities. And not only that, what is Ganeshji has given us? So he has given us, he was asked a special favor to do. So when Kali Yuga was approaching, so Vyasa, he understood Kali Yuga people have no time. So they are busy in working offices or work from homes, all those things we are seeing. The Kali Yuga people don't have sufficient time to read the entire Vedic scriptures. Around 4 lakh slokas are there, and they cannot understand this Vedic scriptures. But by the way, all these Vedas at that time were one bulk book. There was completely one. There was no 4 Vedas. So Vyasadeva wanted to divide all the Vedas. So the Vedas and Puranas, Upapuranas, all he wanted to give. But he wanted a help so that when he dictates, somebody has to write it. We cannot dictate and write it ourselves. So Vyasadeva was meditating on all these things, and he needs a certain person to write this, all the things what he wants to say. So he asked each and every devata, will you do this favor for me? But only Ganesha has come voluntarily forward. Vyasdi, I will help you. I am there to help you. So he was writing. Vyasdev was explaining, and Vinayaka was writing. So it was happening so fast that the pen which Ganesha was holding broken. There is no other pen. So he did not want to waste time. So Vyasa was going on dictating, and Ganesha was going on writing. But he cannot get up and get that pen. So he broke his danta, his teeth, and he started writing with his teeth. That's why he's called Ekadanta. He used the second danta for writing the Vedic scriptures. Whatever Vyasji was giving, he was writing it. So he transcribed all the Vedic literature. Whatever Vedic literature, the Rig Veda, Ayurveda, all the things Vedas were entirely given by Ganeshji when Vyasji was talking, when Vyasji explained. But there was, when this service was being taken up, so there was 2 conditions. put forward. One condition was put forward by Ganesh ji, and other condition was put forward by Vyas ji. So this eliminated entire doubts on the Vedic literature. So what are those things? What are those conditions? So Ganesh ji was conditioned that I will stop writing if you stop speaking. When Vyasadeva stopped speaking, Ganesh said, I will get up and I will leave it. There stops my pen. So you should stop continuously explain about it. Now Vyasadeva thought, okay, you put a condition to me. Even Vyasadeva wants certain breaks, right? He has to think, he has to meditate, and he has to go for maybe nature's call. All those things will be having. So now what should I do? I should do something. Then he paid a condition. You have one condition. I also have one condition. You have to fulfill. What is that? You should not write until you understand and accept. So the point when you accept, understand, and you accept wholeheartedly, then only you have to pen down it. Otherwise, you should not write it. So what does this mean? That all the Vedas, all the words in the Vedas, everything were accepted, understood by Ganesh ji. When Vyasadeva says Vishnu is the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna is Bhagavan, then naturally Ganesh ji should have said, how Vyasadeva is Krishna supreme? Krishna supreme? My father Shiva should be the supreme. He did not question, he understood, he accepted it, and then he penned down. Whenever you see any scripture, whenever a Vishnu Tattva speaks, Vishnu speaks or Vishnu Tattva speaks or Krishna speaks, this Sri Bhagavan Vacha. Nowhere it is there mentioned as Sri Vishnu Vacha or Sri Krishna Vacha. You can see Sri Rudram Vacha, Sri Vyasapayana Vacha. But when it comes to Krishna or Vishnu, it is Sri Bhagavan Vacha. So that it is clearly indicated by Ganesh ji that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. The Bhagavad Gita, which is given by Vyasadeva in the form of Mahabharata, is well understood and approved by Vinayaka. The Bhagavad Gita, which we are reading, and when we go forward, we run into detail what Ganesh ji has written. It is completely accepted by the four paramparas and Vinayaka as well. So what does Ganesh ji do for us? So he removes obstacles, right? Ganesh ji removes obstacles. Vigna Vinashaka. He removes all the vignas. So that's why it's called Vignapati. So Vigna, all the Vignahara. So what kind of obstacles he remove? Anyone would like to answer? What are the obstacles he will remove? Hare Krishna.
When we start any new work, we pray to Ganesha so that there will be no break in our work.
Yes. Any new work will start, we'll have a Ganesh Puja there so that can successful. Any other? Okay. So mostly we'll do that same thing. The only answer we will be having is so the obstacles when you open a business, when you do a housewarming ceremony, when you do a wedding ceremony, all those first we'll do Vinayaka Puja so that obstacles in these things should be eliminated. But from where does the capacity to remove the obstacles come to Ganesh ji? So every devata or every human being is born as a living entity. So Vedavyas is Shakti Avash Avatar. He is empowered person. We have empowerment. So we are normal. When you join a company, our company gives you some powers to execute. So we are empowered by our company. Similarly, when Ganesh ji appeared, he is a normal person. But he is an empowered person. More than each and every one of us. He is not like us. But where does he get that power from? So who gave that power to Lord Ganesha? So there is a scripture called Brahma Samhita. So Brahma Samhita was spoken by Lord Brahma. So there is a series of verses spoken about by Brahma, and in that one of the sloka is Yat Pada Pallava Yugam Vinitya Kumbha Vanve Pranama Samayesha Ganadi Raja Vignan Vihantam Alam Asya Jagatraya Sya Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So he is saying I adore the primeval Lord Govinda. I adore Govinda, whose lotus feet are always held by Ganesha. So Ganesha is also doing Ohe Vaishnava Thakura, Mayura Sagara. I am also taking surrender to the Supreme Vaishnava upon the pair of cumulate protruding from his elephant head in order to obtain power for his function of destroying all the obstacles on the path of progress of the threefold. So he is getting the Brahma Samhita, it is explained that he is getting the power to remove obstacles from the Lord Govinda in the form of Narsingadev. So when we sing Narsingadev, we say Bhakta Vigna Vinasaka Narsingadev. So all the Vignas are removed by Narsingadev. There, from there, he is taking the power to remove the obstacles. That's why when you see that trunk of the Ganesha, you see the lotus flower, right? There is a lotus flower. From where does lotus flower coming? It is an impression created when he bowed his head on the lotus feet of Narasimhadev. So that's what. So he is also taking the blessings of Narasimhadev so that he can remove the obstacles for all of us. So what obstacles does Lord Ganesha remove? As mentioned, so any good activity we are doing. So for especially in India, so every activity is taken as a spiritual activity. So we have that in our blood. So spiritual activity, because he wants spiritual activity to happen. So we are indirectly saying there should be some spiritual progress in my life, whether it be career or wedding or everything. All these things are spiritual activities only. Unfortunately, as the time passed by, we forgot what is the spirituality in this. But these are all spiritual activities. But among all the things, Lord Ganesha removes obstacles. There are three things to make our way to Lord Narayana very clear. So our goal is to go to Vaikuntha, Narayana. So he makes us all the paths clear so that we can reach Lord Narayana. To make us realize why are we in this material world. So he has written this all the scriptures. He has written Bhagavad Gita in that it is said, Dukhalayam. What is this? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. So this material world is birth, death, old age, and disease. This was given by Ganesh ji. Why he is trying to give us? So that we'll understand that this material world is a temporary place. So he is doing the material obstacles. When material obstacles are removed, we have a nice pathway for spirituality. But we are forgetting that for a material benefit, I'm using Ganesh ji. So I go to Ganesh ji on before examinations so that any obstacles are there, my exams are successful. My business is successful so that I'll get more money. But our goals are material, and we are asking Ganesh ji to remove the material obstacles so that I get another material. But this material world is always a misery. But if given a chance, if you understand Ganesh ji, he is trying to remove all the material obstacles so that our path to spirituality is very clear and happy life. To explain us the process of to perform bhakti and get us out of the cycle of birth and death. So we are learning about bhakti. Bhakti is a devotional service, loving devotional service. How can I render service to Vishnu and his devotees? We need an example. One such example is Vinayaka, and he is showing by his own character how can we serve Lord Narayan. So how can we please Lord Ganesha? So anyone would like to say how can we please him? So we all want to give gifts, right, to our beloved when we have their best friends. So how can we please Lord Ganesha? What pleases him?
By doing worship.
By doing worship. Hari Bol, yes, worship. Any other? Vikas Prabhu, Sita Mataji. I think Sagar Prabhu, you have unmuted. You can, yes.
Because he is also a great devotee of Lord Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
By serving Lord Krishna, we can please Lord Krishna.
Okay, by serving him, serving Krishna, pleases him. Wonderful. By worshipping Ganesha, by worshipping Krishna, any other?
By following the scriptures, reading the scriptures written by him with faith.
Okay, by reading the scriptures. Hare Krishna. Any other? Deepti Reddy Mataji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji, I don't know.
So how do you please Vinayak?
Um, by by serving by serving Ganesha or I'm confused. I don't know. By pleasing Krishna.
How? There is no confusion in this. We all have celebrated so many years Ganesh Chaviti we have celebrated, right?
Mm. Yes, yes.
Don't you do boga for him? We do boga, right? We keep prasadam, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So by making boga for him, all the undralu, all those things we make him. So he pleases. He likes undralu so much. We know the past time, right? He that Adhipatyam story, some second story we'll get. So where Vinayaka eats so many undralu, and Moon sees that. We all have heard that story, right? So he likes to eat. So we make him pleased by making him eat boga. Second, worshipping him. We all do worship, right? We decorate our houses, clean our houses, make a nice pandal, nice eco-friendly Ganesh. We put it. So we bring all the flowers, all those things. We worship him as a entire family together, isn't it? So we all do that. So we all do dancing, right? So when Nimajan happens, everyone goes there. So in the Nimajan area, we all danced, right? So there are different places we have danced. So these are the ways, one of the ways which we can please Ganeshji. But the more important thing, yes, this is what is important. This is also important. But when we allow him to do his task, he is being most pleased. How can you please a teacher? How can you please a teacher when you do guru? You say you go to on a Guru Purnami and say, "Oh, teacher, you are the best. You are the more I like you. Where we are teaching." But the next day onwards, you don't appear before the teacher. Only on the Guru Purnima, you appear before the teacher to start glorify teacher, give a pen or all the gifts, and the next day you start disappearing. Is it the way you can please a teacher? So a teacher is pleased when we follow the teachings of the teacher, isn't it? When you allow him to teach, him or her to teach, and if you apply the teachings in your life, he or she is more happy. We can see so many teachers in the schools. We are in corporates. We are earning lakhs and lakhs of rupees. But how much teachers are earning? Maybe few thousands, 10,000, 30,000, maybe 50,000. But still, when we go to the school and say, "Madam, I'm successful in this career," who is more happier? Teacher is more happier. If you allow the teacher to do their task, if you follow the teacher, then the teacher is most happy. So in Ganeshji's case, also same thing. Yes, on the Vinayaka Chaviti, 10 days, you can start glorifying all these things. He's happy. But after the 10 days, what about remaining 355 days? Are we trying to understand what Ganeshji has given? Oh, we have forgotten Ganesh Chaviti. Finished. And next, we go. Next Devata, we go. And we forget about what Ganeshji has done. If you allow him to do his activities, then he will be more pleased. What are his activities? Do you want to know what pleases him the most? When we allow him to perform his job, what is the first job? First job is, we have said, allow him to make a path for all of us to go back to Krishna. Second, to make us realize why we are in this world, understand through Bhagavad Gita, why are we in this world? How should I go and get my happiness? Where is my happiness? To explain us the process of performing bhakti and get us out of this birth and death. So the same information is given in the two slides. This means this is the most important thing which we all have to do it. First is make our path to Narayana very clear. To realize that this material world is not a place for all of us to stay, and it is a Narayana's world we have to go. We have to go out of this birth, death, old age, and cycling. Ganesh is pleased most when we read his literature. He has done all this hard work so that we can read. Isn't it? So he has taken all the pain. He has given, Vasudeva wanted us to read. Ganeshji wanted us to read. If you don't read, then what is the purpose of writing all those things? So on the Vinayak Chaviti, when people will say, put books there so that you can understand those books. Yes, children, they don't know, they put mathematics, all those books. I used to do that. I used to keep whichever subject I was weak in, I could kept the Vinayak and ask, please, I want good marks in that. But when I came to understand this Bhagavad Gita, then I understood, yes, Vinayaka has given Bhagavad Gita and so many other literatures. No, Bhagavad Gita says, Vedasa sarame ahame Veda. Vedanta is Veda Vidya Chava. But all the Vedas, I am only truly known. So by reading all the Vedas, you have to understand who Krishna is. That is what is the words of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. So we have to keep Bhagavad Gita. Not only keeping Bhagavad Gita, we have to read and understand what Bhagavad Gita is all about. This is one. And not only that, he also given Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll see what is this Srimad Bhagavatam when it comes. This is Amala Puran. This is an epitome of all the scriptures. So he has taken all the pain for all of us so that we can read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam and perfect our life and go back to Krishna and be happy there. So can we make a promise over here that daily, at least 5% of our time we'll allocate to read Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam? How much is the FD percentage right now? 4%, 5%, 6%, right? FD rate is 6%. What Ganeshji is asking over here? He is asking for 5%. So 6% when we take for FD, you say, I don't have that much money. Sir, I don't get the return, post-tax returns, all this happening. Isn't it? So we want more returns when we keep money. More than one. But what is Ganeshji asking? 5% of our time. What is 5% in 24 hours? Hardly 1 hour. Isn't it? Can we have a 1 hour set aside daily for Ganeshji to understand what Bhagavad Gita, what is written? And he also given in other Purana. Of course, okay, if you don't have 5% of your time, you don't have 1% of your time, at least you can have 15 to 30 minutes. Isn't it? Okay, leave it. 15 to 30 minutes. He also given discount. 15 to 30 minutes is not there. One sloka a day. How much time take for one sloka? So in 2 years, you can complete Bhagavad Gita. 700 slokas, you can complete in 2 years. One sloka a day. He also given even more discount on the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi. At least one line of the sloka. At least one line. Can we do that? So we start today with one sloka or half sloka, but make a promise that at least 5% of our time I will give to Ganeshji what he has written, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Are we ready for that? Of course we should be ready. So this is what Ganeshji has done for all of us. He has written so many things, so many activities. He is removing all obstacles so that we can move in the spiritual path very, very happily. And what happened at the last, when all the Vedic scriptures were written, Vyasadeva was not happy. After Vyasadeva was not happy, so Narada Muni instructs Vyasamuni, his guru, comes there and instructs him, you have to write Srimad Bhagavatam. So you did not complete your activity. There is more other service. So you have to write Srimad Bhagavatam. Immediately Vyasadeva called Ganeshji, your service is not over yet. Please come back. Please come back. There is an important instruction for you. We have to write Srimad Bhagavatam. For all the people who want to prosper in devotional service, who want to get bhakti, this is what the scripture, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are the two scriptures which give us the entire bhakti and what they have given. And how did Srimad Bhagavatam appeared? You all know how did Bhagavad Gita appear, right? So in the Kurukshetra field, Arjuna was confused of his duties and he has surrendered to Krishna, and Krishna encourages Arjuna to fight the war by giving Bhagavad Gita. By the way of Arjuna, we got Bhagavad Gita. by way of Parikshit Maharaj. We got Srimad Bhagavatam. So who is Parikshit Maharaj? Anyone know about Parikshit Maharaj? Who is this person?
He is Arjuna's son,
Arjuna's grandson.
grandson.
Who is the father of Parikshit Maharaj? Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu and Uttara are the parents. So who is the son of Parikshit Maharaj? So there is one king called Janmejaya. Have you heard about it? Janmejaya. Janmejaya is the son of Parikshit Maharaj. And Uttara and Abhimanyu are the parents of Parikshit Maharaj. And Arjuna is the grandfather of
Yeah.
So he comes in the line of Krishna. So who is this Parikshit Maharaj? And why did this Parikshit Maharaj went to the banks of Ganga? We all know that the entire scriptures, all the scriptures are question and answer basis. Sukadeva asked certain, Suta Maharshi asked, there are certain rishis asked. It's a question and answer basis. Why did Maharaj Parikshit went to the banks of Ganga? How and why Srimad Bhagavatam descended? So you know Bhagavad Gita descends, but how did Srimad Bhagavatam come into this planet Earth? Who is this speaker called Sukadeva Goswami? Suka Maharshi, we have whatever. Who is this personality? What were the questions of Parikshit Maharaj? If you understand the questions of this Parikshit Maharaj, we can understand the glory, what we have to do. And we see briefly what are the contents of this Srimad Bhagavatam. So brief glimpses of all about and the glories of this Srimad Bhagavatam. The first track is, who is this Parikshit Maharaj? As we have understood, Parikshit Maharaj is the son of Abhimanyu and Uttara. So not only that, what is the glory of this Parikshit Maharaj? So once when the Kurukshetra battle was almost about to be finished, Ashwadhama was only left over, and Duryodhana was left in the battlefield, broken his thigh, but still he is alive. So in the last commander, the first commander was Bhishma, second was Drona, after that it was Karna, then at the last it was Ashwadhama. So he asked Ashwadhama to fight the war, continue the war, because the king is not yet dead. And Ashwadhama goes to the camp of Pandavas and he kills the sons of 5 Pandavas. They are called Upa-Pandavas. He kills the 5 Upa-Pandavas in the mid of the night. While they are sleeping, he cut the head. And he cut the head and showed Duryodhana, this is what I have done. Do you know what Duryodhana has said? He did not praise him. Shabash, Ashwadhama, you did a nice thing. Duryodhana did not praise. You fool, what have you done, Ashwadhama? Does this please me? Even the Duryodhana, who was a Kshatriya, knows the code of conduct of a Kshatriya, how to fight the war. So wars were never fought in that late night, and not only that, without a weapon, one should not fight. Even Duryodhana was aware of that, he was following it. And he chastised Ashwadhama. So, okay, but Ashwadhama was greedy. He was greedy for the wealth. So he wanted to finish the last descendant of the Pandavas, which is in the womb of the Uttara. And he through the Brahmastra. The Brahmastra is one of the biggest astra, like our nuclear weapon. So Arjuna sees it, and he realizes his Brahmastra, and Ashwadhama's Brahmastra was coming. The intensity of these 2 Brahmastra was so high that the 14 planetary system was shaking. The heat is so much high. From Patala Loka to Brahma Loka, everything was shaking. The heat is increasing. And Vyasadeva comes there and asks Arjuna, oh, please retract your Brahmastra. And Arjuna took back his Brahmastra. He knew how to take the Brahmastra back. But Ashwadhama did not know. He directed that Brahmastra towards the womb of Uttara, where Parikshit Maharaj was taking birth. Then this Brahmastra was directed, it is going towards Uttara, and Krishna, in the form of a small thumb, he entered into the womb of Uttara and engulfed entire womb, protected entire womb of Uttara. And the Brahmastra entire energy got absorbed in the energy of Krishna. That's why it's called Uttarayana. Krishna's other name is called Uttarayana. Ayana means the going towards. So going towards Uttara is Krishna. That's why Bhishma Dev, when he left his body in Uttarayana time, that Uttarayana doesn't mean, yes, of course, physical time of the Uttarayana, not only that, he wanted to leave before Krishna. So he was referring to Krishna. I want to leave my body before Krishna. And this Parikshit has seen Krishna, nice effulgent, with this 400 form, with Gata, Chanka, everything. And he was so joyous. Now, when he came out of the womb, he was searching where is this personality. So, and the entire thing is finished. The womb became normal. When the Uttara got delivered, and this person, when he came out, he was searching for where is his personality. He was searching in each and every living entity. When he was born, his name was Vishnu Rata. He was named Vishnu Rata. But because he was searching for the divine form which he has seen in the womb, he is called Parikshit. So Parikshanga, very concentratedly he is seeing everyone. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? That's why his name is called Parikshit. So Parikshit Maharaj was a Raja Rishi, king who was also a great Sikh. Raja Rishi. So other Raja Rishi, Janaka Maharaj, all those people are Raja Rishi. They are devotees themselves and along with Kshatriya. So Brahmana devotee, Kshatriya devotee, Sudra devotee, Vaishya devotee. That was the Daivi Varnashrama system there. But we are confused with our caste system. So caste system is nowhere related to Varna system. So one such is Parikshit Maharaj, Rajarishi. Parikshit means examiner. Having seen the Lord while he was in the womb, he was always searching after the form in whomever he met. This mentioned in Srimadh Bhagavatam, first canto, 12th chapter, 7th. So why am I giving this? Why am I giving these references? That because I am not speaking haphazardly. It is only references. All the references are there in the Vedic scripture. Kripacharya was his guru. He rules the whole planet. It was not only India, it is the entire planet. Till the time of Chandragupta Maurya, the entire world was under the control of one ruler. So at that time, when Parikshit was ruling, he was the entire ruler of all the world. Nobody could dare to kill the helpless under his protection. He was so pious, so strengthful that nobody committed any crime. We see so many crimes today, but there is no case of a crime. He ruled the world as great devotee of the Lord under the instructions of the Brahmanas. So if we want our society to be a happy place to live in, we should have a devotee like Parikshit Maharaj sitting on the administrative role and guiding each and every one. Until unless that hasn't happened, our entire world will be filled with crimes, robbery, everything, etc. As a king, he was responsible for all the living beings. Today, if you go to the government and say, are you responsible for the problems in this? They say no. But king is responsible for each and every crime happening in the state or in a country. And Parikshit Maharaj once was one such king. So Parikshit Maharaj goes to reconquer the planet. Actually, he's an emperor of the planet. But one day, what happened is, so when Krishna left this planet Earth in Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga was starting. It was the start of the Kali Yuga. And he saw all the symptoms of Kali Yuga. People are being dark clouds coming up. So many bad situations he could see. So now he decided, I should rectify this thing. How should I rectify? Then he went to entire globe and started reconquering the entire planet. So King Parikshit got to know that the 4 pillars of dharma. What are the 4 pillars? Illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, gambling. So he went out to conquer the world again to establish his supremacy. But what happened? So when he was roaming in the entire kingdom, he saw 2 living entities. One is a bull and the other is a cow. And this bull, as you all know, is a representative of dharma. Bull represents dharma. Cow represents the mother earth, religion. And this bull is standing on one leg. So all the 4 things were gone. Satyam is only left. Sauchyam, Daya, All those things are gone, but only some portion of Satyam is left over. On that leg of Satyam, the bull is standing over, and this cow is crying, really crying. And this bull is asking, "What happened? Oh, mother cow, what happened?" Dharma inquired, "Oh, good lady, what is the cause of your grief? Are you suffering from some disease? Or are you thinking of some relative who is in a distant place?" She's asking. "Are you lamenting for me because I have lost?" Dharma is standing on three legs. "Are you lamenting for me? Are you agreed that demigods no longer receive sacrifice? When you do yajna, what happens? All the devatas take the bhokta. You say swaha. When you do swaha in the homam, all the devatas take the offerings. But in Kali Yuga, no devata will come to take the offerings. Are you crying for that? Are you feeling compassion for the poor women and children? You see the situation right now outside. Are women and children safe? No. As day and day progresses, these two are more vulnerable. So Mother Earth is crying for that. Or are you unhappy to see how the goddess of learning is being misled by Brahmanas? Brahmanas should be leading people. Brahmanas should be educating people. But instead of that, they are addicted to sinful habits. Oh Mother Earth, the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna has incarnated just to relieve your burden. Why Krishna comes? To uplift the dharma. Dharma sthapanataya sambhavami yuge. I come every yuga to establish dharma. And that Krishna has left you. In Dwapar Yuga, she had a fortune that lotus feet of Krishna was touching Bhumi. And Bhumi was so happy. And now that lotus touch is now gone. Are you afraid? Are you feeling for that? And what Mother Earth replied, "O Dharma, you are also maintained on your four legs by the mercy of Lord Krishna, the reservoir of all good qualities, so that happiness spreads throughout the universe. Lord Krishna has now concluded his performance on the transcendental pastimes upon the earth. And in his absence, the age of Kali has spread. It's because of this I am very grieved." Isn't it? When Krishna was there, everything was going nicely. But when Krishna leaves, who is there to protect all of us? Where does Dharma take shelter of? So people ask, where is your God? Where is God existing? Is he staying outside? Somewhere after 14 planetary systems? Should I shout like that? Where does the Dharma take shelter now? That's what Earth is saying. So Parikshit Maharaj saw Kali beating. He saw the Kali. You know the Kali? He looks very ugly. So he holds one of his hand in touching his private part. He was touching his private part, and in one password, he is chastising that Mother Earth. He's looking very gory, very black colored figure, very nasty figure. By the way, Kali is also coming as a service for Krishna. We all think that yes, Kali is a very bad person, but it is a service of the Kali on the order of Krishna that Kali Yuga should happen. For every creation, there should be some destruction, right? And destruction is the duty of Kali Purusha. And this Kali was trying to destroy the entire Dharma. So Maharaj Parikshit arrived at the banks of Saraswati. He saw Sudra wearing the dress of a king. Kali Yuge Sudra Sambhava. So actually, Kshatriya should rule the kingdom. But what happened in the Kali Yuga? All the Sudras are ruling the kingdom. Sudra cannot handle money. Sudra cannot handle kingdom. But Sudra in the form of a king is trying to govern us. This is the same thing because they are all representatives of Kali Purusha. The bull was as white as a lotus flower. As he stood up on one leg, the bull was so terrified that his entire body trembled and he passed urine. It was so trembled that it passed urine. With tears in her eyes, she was hankering for some grass in the field. Now you can see, cows doesn't have any food to eat, isn't it? So grass is very less. So cows was given pastureless. If they go out and feed on the grass, but where is the grass right now? So you can see that. In the Satya Yuga, 4 legs were established by the practice of austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and helpfulness. Now, however, 3 of your legs have been broken. due to irreligion in the form of pride, lust for women, and intoxication. You are standing on one truth for truthfulness. That's why I'm crying. And Parikshit Maharaj goes to kill Kali. Yes, he is a king. He has to help the citizens to establish happiness. And he went to Kali Kurusha and he defeated Kali. Actually, Kali was defeated on the hands of Parikshit Maharaj. Just one sword away. The sword has come to this neck. And Parikshit Maharaj stopped there. He said, you don't deserve, Kali, you don't deserve to be staying in this world. I need to kill you. And immediately what did Kali do? He surrendered to Rishi. Now I am surrendered. Please help me. At that time, the duty of a Kshatriya is to protect anyone who takes shelter, whether it is good or bad. One who comes seeking shelter has to be protected. Sharanagati. You have seen that movie. What is that movie? Krishna Yuddham, right? So where devotee takes a shelter of Hanuman, which is leading to Ramanjana Yuddham. So it is leading to war between Rama and Anjaneya. So whatever cost, when a person takes shelter of us, we should protect them. And Parikshit Maharaj, yes, I will protect you. But on one condition. So I will protect you, but you cannot stay in my kingdom. You have to go out of my kingdom, and there you will be protected. And this Kali Purusha said, oh, Parikshit, you have given a nice benediction. I can go, I am protected under your kingdom. But you are asking me to go a place which is not ruled by you. Is there any place like that? In Parikshit Maharaj's rule, everything is ruled by Parikshit. Everything is his kingdom. Now Kali is asking, where shall I stay? You have occupied everything. I have no place to stay. Okay. Parikshit said, okay, I will give you first 4 places. What is the 4 places? Wherever gambling occurs, wherever intoxication happens, wherever prostitution happens, wherever animal killing happens, that is a place for Kali. If we can avoid these 4 places, Kali will not touch us. So, gambling, intoxication, prostitution, and animal slaughter. And Kali asked, this doesn't happen in your kingdom. In Parikshit Maharaj's kingdom, there is no gambling, no intoxication, no prostitution, or no animal slaughter. Now, where should I give a stay? Then Parikshit said, yes, okay. I will give one more place. What is this place? Gold. Gold symbolizes actual physical gold and money. Wherever there is gold, wherever there is money, there is falsity. There is intoxication, lust, envy, all things come. Wherever the gold exists, the automatic comes. Now, Kali got one chance. Yes, I got the gold. I will stay there. One day, I will rule my kingdom. So these are the 5 places. Gold or money, gambling, intoxication, prostitution, and animal slaughter. So, okay, first 4 things I can do it. What about the money and gold? How should I do it? Should I don't have money? Should I don't have gold? You can have that money or gold provided you use it for Krishna's service. If you are not using this for Krishna's service, Kali comes in our house. What does Kali do? Hypocrisy and quarrel. Immediately, hypocrisy comes and quarrel comes. We have to engage our wealth and money for the service of Krishna. Second track. Why Maharaj Parikshit went to the banks of Ganga. So one day, in this journey, one day what happened is surveying the entire world again. So one day, it so happened that Krishna's grace that Parikshit Maharaj was feeling thirsty. When you are in summer heat, you will get thirsty, right? So you will take coconut water or other water. Similarly, on that day, he was having unusual thirst. So he went to a nearby ashrama, which was an ashrama of Shamika Rishi. So when he opened, Shamika Rishi was busy in meditation. So whenever guests come to our house, we should respect that guest. Atithi Devo Bhava, right? Whatever situation we are in, we have to respect our guest. And not only he's a normal guest, he's a king of the whole world, and he's a devotee of Krishna. Samika Rishi should have offered respects to uh, Parikshit. But he was busy in meditation that he did not pay attention to Parikshit. But because of the mercy of Krishna, Parikshit Maharaj's mind got bewildered. He thought, hey, why is this Samika Rishi is not respecting me? And what did he do? He put a snake on the Samika Rishi and left over there. So many people think that because gold was there on the Parikshit Maharaj, Kali Purusha has entered through Parikshit Maharaj. Some Puranas say that. Of course, that might be also true. But in the case of Parikshit Maharaj is a very great devotee of Krishna. One who is surrendered to Krishna will not have effect of Kali Purusha. But it is the Krishna who is doing it, like the case of Arjuna. Arjuna was a very great person. He doesn't get any confusion. But Krishna created confusion in Arjuna. Similarly, Krishna created a situation in Parikshit Maharaj for Parikshit Maharaj to act like this. And this Shamika Rishi has a 5-year-old Brahmana boy. And he cursed Parikshit Maharaj so that Parikshit Maharaj die in the hands of Takshaka in 7 days. So he, out of his ignorance, out of his childishness, he cursed a great Vaishnava. Actually, Kali Purusha has entered through this anger. Through the anger of Shringi, Kali Purusha has started entering in this material world. And from there, the fall of Brahmanas has started happening. This is the entire curse of a Brahmana family. Because they misuse the Brahmanical power to curse a pure devotee of Krishna. And 2 reasons were mentioned by it was the Lord's plan for Srimad Bhagavatam to descend. So Krishna is orchestrating the entire thing. He is a director of everything. He is orchestrating so that Srimad Bhagavatam descend. So it is said in this Bhagavatam itself that Dharma took the shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but the incarnation of Krishna. Kali personified entered the mind of Parikshit Maharaj through the golden crown, and then they insult the Kali person, so Shamika Rishi. So then he repented for the curse. The Shamika Rishi scolded his son, Shringi. Oh fool, what have you done? Do you know whom you have cursed? He is our king. He is protecting all of us. He is giving shelter to all of us. And not only that, he is a very great devotee of Krishna. What foolishness you have done. So he started repenting. And this news came to Parikshit Maharaj. So a person came to Parikshit Maharaj and said, Shringi, the son of Samika Rishi, has cursed you to die in 7 days. The Parikshit Maharaj heard it. And he has every power to reverse it. He can choose that the curse will not fall upon him. So sometimes black magics happen. Some people start black eyes, evil eyes. You see that, and then Buri Nazar. This is the Gultunata. That will not fall on a devotee. Parikshit Maharaj has every opportunity to cancel the curse, but he did not do that. He accepted the curse. Okay, let the curse come out. And he gave the kingdom to his son Janmejaya. And he said to his mother Uttara that I am leaving for the forest right now. I am going to leave this world in 7 days. So in 7 days, I need to perfect my life. So how much time do we have? 7 days? 7 weeks? 7 seconds? 7 milliseconds? We do not know. How much time do we have? Parikshit Maharaj knows he has 7 days. If we know that we have 7 days, we'll start enjoying for 6.5 days. And half day, writing the will on our children or other name. But Parikshit Maharaj didn't do that. He started immediately given to Janmejaya. You take care of the entire world. Now I'm going. I want to perfect my life. And he went to the bank of Yamuna Ganga. He decides to get self-realized before he died. He's a great person. He's already a devotee. And he used these 7 days to get self-realization. So we all have to we self-realized one thing. How and why this Srimad Bhagavatam descended? Now it's the time for Srimad Bhagavatam to appear. So as I said, Srila Vyasadeva compiled all the Vedic literatures. He had done all the things, but he was unhappy. So you are given a big task. Suppose you are given a big project, big thing to handle, and you have successfully done it. But still, at the end, when your manager comes and says, what have you done? I have done everything, but I am so unhappy. Okay, he has written all the Puranas. See, how much Puranas? All the 4 Vedas he has done. So all the Upapuranas he has given. 18 Mahapuranas he has given. 3 and 4 lakh verses of slokas he has given. And he says, I am unhappy. Isn't it? If the author is unhappy, author of a book is unhappy, will you be happy reading that book? No, right? Author himself saying, I am unhappy writing all these things. Then how can you be happy? How can we be happy reading all the Vedas when Vyasadeva is saying, I am unhappy writing all the Vedas? I am feeling incomplete, though I myself am fully equipped with everything required by the Vedas. So that means reading the entire Vedas, you will still be unhappy. Then what shall I do? So immediately, when Vyasadeva was unhappy, his guru Narada Muni has come immediately. So Narada Muni came. Narada said, Vyasadeva said, oh Gurudev, I am unhappy. I have written all the Vedas, but I am really, really unhappy. Please guide me. Then Narada Muni says, you have written all the Vedas, all the Puranas. All these are nonsense for you. You have done nothing. Imagine you have done a great job and your manager comes and says that you have done nothing. We have cooked entire dishes. You may cook 100 dishes. And if your son or daughter comes and says, what have you done? Nothing. This is nothing. How do you feel? Do you feel unhappy, right? The entire, whatever we have lived for, it is waste of time. It's a waste of all the things. Then we will be dejected. And Narad, when Vyasadeva, he was not at all dejected. You have done all that nonsense. Why? Because you have not given Krishna. So all the Vedas you have done, you have to do this Radham, you have to do this Homa, you have to do this, all these things. You have Brahman, Paramatman, all the things you have given. But where is Krishna in this? If I ask you, so your children has written an essay called Mother, right? Describe Mother. So what if the child writes, Mother gets up early in the morning, cooks for me, packs for me, and she sends me to school. When I come home, she unpacks the box, she cleans the box. Yes, Mother does all these things. But is it the only thing what Mother does? No, right? What about the love which Mother is showing? What is the sacrifice which a mother has shown? How much mother sacrifices for the child? If you describe in your essay that sacrifice of the mother, that actually gives the actual love. But yes, in the Vedas, it is said somewhere Krishna is coming, doing all these things. He is going to Pandavas for help. These are things okay. But where is the loving exchange? Narada Muni says, there is no love you have given for Krishna. So how can you think that people are happy? There is no love in this. Now we have to rewrite with Krishna's love towards his devotee. And he asked Vinayaka, please come back. I had to revise this Bhagavatam. Actually, it was written as Bhagavata Purana. But he revised everything, Bhagavatam, everything, and he has incorporated the love for Krishna towards his devotees and devotees' love towards Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why it is called Amala Purana. There is no tinge of dirt in this because the pure love between a devotee and a Bhagwan is only in Srimad Bhagavatam. So who is Srila Sukadev Goswami? The author of, the speaker of this. So Sukadev Goswami was a parrot in the spiritual world descended from to recite this Srimad. Sukha means parrot. So actually, Sukadeva Goswami is the parrot of Srimati Radharani. Because you know all this. Radha and Krishna had a nice pastime together in Vrindavan, all those days. And always Sukha, what parrot was accompanying the all the things. So Sukha is witnessing the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. And that Sukha has come to this planet Earth as Sukadeva Goswami. When a ripened fruit like Srimad Bhagavatam comes from the sweet mouth of a parrot Sukha, it becomes nectarian. So in olden days, especially my mother used to say, చిలక్కొట్టిన జాంపండు అంట. సో చిలక్కొట్టిన జాంపండు ఎలా ఉంటుంది? చాలా టేస్టీగా ఉంటుంది. Hare Krishna. Deepthi Reddy Maharaji will take the questions at the end. So let the sessions flow. We'll take the questions. So everyone used to say chilakkotin jampande because parrot knows which fruit is ripened and it picks up. When we eat that ripened fruit, we feel that nice taste. And Sukha parrot has eaten this Srimad Bhagavatam. So whenever the Srimad Bhagavatam comes from the words of the Sukadeva Goswami, it is most tastier. So Srila Vyasadeva recited Srimad Bhagavatam to his wife while she was pregnant. So it is a duty of every mother to read Srimad Bhagavatam when they are pregnant. So this creates a nice ambience, like create people like Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva heard all the pastimes from his father and became self-satisfied in the womb. So he was self-satisfied. He heard Srimad Bhagavatam in the womb itself. And he heard about these three modes of material nature, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Sattoguna. We had a session. So he heard entire thing and he refused to come out of this womb. So it says, when a child comes out of the womb, the child is bound in the three modes of material nature. So immediately nature attracts him. So one will be mode of ignorance, Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. But Sukadeva Goswami said, no, I am not going to come out. He stayed in his mother's womb for 16 years. I don't want to come. Ultimately, Vyasadeva has gone to Krishna for help. And Krishna came and said, oh Sukadeva, I give you a benediction that when you come into this world, no guna will touch you. He is the only one person in this entire creation where these three modes of material nature doesn't work on him. Everyone is on the three modes. But Sukadeva Goswami is the one who is not in the three modes of the material nature. This is a benediction given by Krishna. Then he came out. So what happened when he immediately came out? He started going to the forest. He did not see his mother. Mother, oh nice, thank you. He did not see Vyasadeva, his father. He immediately started walking towards forest, called the Naimisharanya. So when he came, as you know, there is no clothes. So his skin was so tender like a baby. You see the baby skin, right? Nice, fair and nice, smooth. So he was 16-year-old boy coming directly from the womb without any dress. Actually, he is beyond these three modes. So when he was passing towards the forest, Vyasadeva was chasing. Oh Sukha, why are you going? I am your father. Please come to my home. So in the forest, there was one pond. In the pond, all the girls were bathing naked. They were naked and they were bathing. So when Sukadeva passed, they did not get any effect. But when Vyasadeva came, they started covering their whole body. And Vyasadeva was confused. When Sukadeva came, you did not react. You are busy doing. When I came, you are covering your body. Then the girl said, because Vyasadeva, now you can see what is the difference between male and female. You see at the body level. But Sukadeva is beyond these three modes. He sees at a soul level. So soul doesn't have any gender. So that's why they are not affected by the bodies when Sukadeva passed, but they are affected when Vyasadeva passed. So Sukadeva was so pure. And normal people, they thought him to be a madman. Thinking him to be a madman, they started throwing stones at him. But Sukadeva never complained about that. So why it said in Bhagavad Gita 2.16, it said, what is night for all the beings is the time for awakening, for self-control. and a time for awakening for all the beings at the night. For what is it? For a non-devotee, morning is the night. For a devotee, morning is the morning. It's a time to learn, wake up, do your spiritual activities. At that time, non-devotee, what does non-devotee do on Sunday morning? Till 11 o'clock, they don't wake up. We are waking up early in the morning, attending the classes. But if you ask a non-devotee, they don't come, isn't it? So they think it's a time to sleep. Devotees get up at 2 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, and do Suprabhata Seva, Mangalaharatis. What is non-devotee doing? They are sleeping at 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, isn't it? So this is why. That's why they could not understand what is the nature of the Sukadeva Goswami. So what were the questions of Parikshit Maharaj? What are the important questions? So this Parikshit Maharaj, before he meeting the Sukadeva Goswami, so he went to the Ganges, and all the rishis, brahmanas, they came there. Who came there? Narada, Vyasa, Asita. There are so many other the brahmanas came from different planetary systems to meet Parikshit Maharaj and to witness what is happening there. And he asked the brahmanas, please hear attentively these two questions. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of both of the transcendental and mundane worlds, has graciously overtaken me in the form of a Brahmana's curse. So due to my being too much attached to the family life, the Lord, in order to save me, has appeared before me in such a way that only out of fear I will detach in the consciousness. He knows death is coming. So he's saying, thanks for the grace of Krishna, that he is making me to detach from this material world so that I can come back to him. At this point, O trustworthy Brahmanas, I now ask you my immediate question. Please, after proper deliberation, proper understanding, tell me the unalloyed duty of everyone in all circumstances. 24/7, 365 days. What are we should do? And especially for those who are just about to die. We know Parikshit Maharaj is about to die for 7 days. Are we dying? Of course, we are all dying. Body has an age, maybe 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. So today you can see average age of death has fallen down. Even 30 years person. You don't know who, even the child is dying right now. So we are all the persons who are dying. What should we do? That is what the question Parikshit Maharaj asked. But if you ask outside, before we die, what should we do? Roam entire whole world tour. Take this Mauritius, Maldives, all those things. But Parikshit Maharaj was not asking for that. You can see the answer. So all the people who are the Brigu, Vasishta, Parashara, Vishwamitra, Angira, the great giants in the Shastras are sitting there to listen to the answer of this question. And there Sukadeva Goswami came there. And Parikshit Maharaj paid obeisances to the Sukadeva and repeated the same question. So why should he ask? That one we have to remember. Tad vidhi pranipatena parikrishena sevaya upadekshantite jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. So we should approach a guru. Without guru in our life, we cannot progress in the spiritual journey. So Sukadev was the guru for Parikshit Maharaj at this point of time. So he approached, he served him, and he asked the question, what should a person do at the time of death? You are the spiritual master of the great saints and devotees. I am therefore begging you to show the way to perfection. We all want for perfection, right? For all person, especially for one who is about to die. So Parikshit Maharaj was asking question on behalf of all of us. Please let me know what a man should hear, chant, remember and worship, and also what he should not do. Please explain to me at the time of death. So we all know Anta Kalecha Mame. At the last moment, we have to remember God. Then only our life is perfect. That's what Parikshit Maharaj is asking about. The fortunate King Parikshit inquiring further, O Brahmana, please describe in full detail how and where the mind has to be applied and how conception can be fixed. So that dirty things in the person's mind can be removed. So we all have dirty things, right? We want to purify ourselves. How should I understand? How should I purify my mind so that I can perfect my life? And then Srimad Bhagavatam was revealed to Parikshit Maharaj in 7 days. What are those things revealed? It's not just a few stories. There are so many lessons for each and every one of us to learn from. There are so many lessons from that. So there are 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. If you see at a glance, so the entire slide which you are seeing is from the Srimad Bhagavatam first canto. The questions of the sages. The Krishna is an incarnation. The most important thing what I like is the prayers of King Kunti and Parikshit Maharaj. So what are the prayers which Kunti has asked? She suffered a lot, right? A mother has suffered a lot for the children, and she is asking for certain prayers. What are those prayers? And Dhritarashtra, 1.13, Dhritarashtra quitting the home. Pandavas retiring. He don't know when to retire. Right? When are we supposed to retire? Even people who are crossing 60 years, still they are working. 80 years they are working. There is a woman in Japan, she is working for 94 years. But we don't know when we should retire. And what we should do after retirement. What is our post-retirement things, plans? So these things, we'll get it from Srimad Bhagavatam, from the Dhritarashtra. The cosmic manifestation, we all know how the creation has happened. Big Bang Theory, we are talking about, we talked about in the second session, Big Bang Theory. It is refuted by the scientists. And what is the actual creation? You can see it in the canto number 2, 3, and 5. The entire creation, what are the structures of the creation? How the Earth is looking like, how the planetary systems are looking like, how the 14 planetary systems are arranged. You can see in this second canto. Third canto, you can see the prayers of Vidura. Vidura was a great devotee. So he was an incarnation of Yamadharmaraj who was counseling Dhritarashtra. You can see that. And you can see the pregnancy of the Titi. So entire embryology. So in science, in the medicine field, embryology is there. The entire embryology was given by Kapila Muni. You can find a very minute detail in this third canto. You can see the devotional study, how to do bhakti. Kapila Muni was an incarnation of Krishna and is explaining his mother how to do bhakti. Fourth canto is a very nice canto where you can see Daksha Yajna. How Daksha offends Lord Shiva and how Lord Shiva reacts, how merciful Lord Shiva is all about. You can see the nature of Shiva, Sati Devi, and how Daksha behaves. And Dhruva Maharaj, you have heard about Dhruva Nakshatra. You see the pole star. In the evening, you see a pole star, right? That pole star is called Dhruva Nakshatra. Dhruva Nakshatra was created on the order of Dhruva Maharaj. You can see how a 5-year-old boy attained bhakti in 6 months. You can do devotional service in 6 months. So you can see the Prithu Maharaj. After this Prithu Maharaj, our Bhumi was called Prithvi. You say Prithvi, right? This is after Prithu Maharaj. So in Bhagavad Gita, we see first sloka, Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta Yutsa, Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre. What is this Dharmakshetra all about? This Dharmakshetra was plowed by the same Prithu Maharaj. That's why it's called Dharmakshetra. So you can see the glories of Dharmakshetra. And most important, which I like, is Rudra Gita 4.24. Chanting the song sung by Lord Shiva. What Gita Shiva has given us. And Puranjana story. These are wonderful stories. By the way of these stories, even a small child can understand the purpose of a life. So well arranged, so neatly explained. Creative impetus, the entire creations. So we have Bharat Maharaj. So how, even after lifetimes, even if you don't complete your bhakti in this life, you are getting a chance to do in the next life. You have heard about Gajendra, right? So Gajendra stories, Bharat Maharaj stories comes in this canto, fifth canto. And most important thing is, you have Jambu Deepe. So we say Jambu Deepe, Bharatavarshe, Bharatavarshe is Sankalpa. But what is the Jambu Deepa? How does it look like? We should know, right? If anyone asks what is this Jambu Deepa, you will be able to understand. You can see 5.21, the movements of the sun. How does the sun move? Was given 500,000 years back. But after reading, I was observing the sun from my balcony. It was exactly the same match. How did these people understand the movements of the sun? How did they understand the movements of the other planets? So this is a great science. The prescribed duties of mankind, the most important canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are all human beings. So we have certain prescribed duties. So what are those prescribed duties? You can see it in the lives of Ajamila. So our prescribed duty is to surrender to Krishna. Sarva dharmana parityajya mamekam sharanam. How do you apply it? This entire canto explains how to apply this Sarva dharmana parityajya. How can I surrender to Krishna at all circumstances? You might be a woman, you might be a man, you might be a small child, you might be in a difficult situation. Everyone rejected you, but still, in spite of facing all the difficulties, you can do this bhakti. How do I do this? You can read it through the sixth canto. Science of God. So, what is this science of God? How is this Krishna all about? Entire Prahlad Maharaj Narasimha Leela. We see a movie, 3-hour movie, Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad. Prahlad is a so great devotee that entire canto was dedicated for him alone. You can see other cantos. Some other devotees are sharing. Puranjana, Narada, all others are sharing. But here, you can see the entire canto is only about Prahlad Maharaj. This much big book entirely explaining about what is Narsingadev, what is Prahlad, what is his glories. So imagine what is the depth of a Prahlad Maharaj. So instructions for a civilized human beings. We are Nagarikata Antam. So as a civilized human beings, what we should do? We should understand. This Srimad Bhagavatam 7th canto addresses that. 8th canto, withdrawal of the cosmos. You can see Gajendra Moksha Leela, the demigods, the Mohini Murti, what is called Samudra Manthan Leela, all those universal form of the Krishna, you can see it here. Bali Maharaj, Vamana Leela. What is the dealings of Vamana and the Bali? So, in-depth details, you understand the mood of Bali Chakravarti over here. Bali is a very great devotee. Liberation. Ultimately, it's for the liberation. You can see there are dynasties of Manu. There are so many Manus. One such Manu is Vaivaswata Manu. So, we have so many other Manus. So the description of all the Manus is given. The downfall of Saubhari Muni. If you are not cautious about this material world, you will fall prey to the lust for opposite gender. So you have to learn what are the problems in this material world from Saubhara Muni. You have the Ramayana incorporated in this Ramayana in this Bhagavatam. Parashurama, what is Parashurama have done? What is his dynasty all about? There are King Yayati, Puru. So we have Puru, Bharata Maharaj. So on his name, the entire planet is called Bharata, Varsha. So what is his glory of Bharata Maharaj? You can see the Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. And ultimately, in the 10th canto, you can see all the leelas of Krishna, right from his birth till he reaches to the Mathura. There are so many pastimes, right? Shakata Asura, all these Asuras he kills. What is the consciousness of the Asuras? What is the consciousness of Krishna over there? All the consciousness of Rajavasi, Vrindavan. So we all go to Vrindavan. So we have to understand this one. General history, 11th canto, gives about the Uddhava Gita. Uddhava is one of the greatest devotees of Krishna. So after, when Krishna was about to leave, Krishna has given knowledge to Uddhava. You have seen that movie Kartikeya too, right? So Uddhava gets a kankanam from Krishna. But the kankanam is nothing but Srimad Bhagavatam. They show in an ornament, but that is not ornament. The ornament is Srimad Bhagavatam, which Krishna has given to Uddhava. So we can see the Uddhava Gita, what is Jnana Yoga, how do I do devotional service. Every word of Srimad Bhagavatam guides us towards this devotional service. The age of deterioration, Kali Yuga, is the age of deterioration. So what happens in Kali Yuga? You can see the degradation of the dynasties. The Bhumi Gita, Bhumi also, the Mother Earth also gives a Gita. So what is the Bhumi Gita all about? Sukadeva's final journey, instructions. So he said, Hari Nameva Kevalam, Hari Nameva Kevalam, Hari Nameva Kevalam, Kalau Nasteva, 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 Gatiranata. at this location. So he asked Maharaj Parikshit to chant the holy names and at the end of the life. So you can see Markandeya Rishi, how Markandeya Rishi approaches Krishna as Vatapatra Sai is also mentioned here. And the topics of Srimad Bhagavatam, the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam was mentioned. So finally, the last topic is the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is glory of Srimad Bhagavatam. Currently, the Srimad Bhagavatam is translated into more than 56 languages. Name any language: Hindi, Malayalam, Tulu, Oriya, Kannada, whatever language. So even in the remote African country, there is an unknown language to all. Even Srimad Bhagavatam was translated in that language. Name any language you want. Srimad Bhagavatam is available in that language. So there are about 108 languages so far transferred. So 18,000 verses with 20,000 plus pages of transcendental literature can be read and finished easily. So you can see this entire Bhagavatam looks like a big thing. But yes, you can do it. We all can read it. Small children in our satsang completed the Srimad Bhagavatam reading twice. There are around 10 to 15 years old. They have read Srimad Bhagavatam twice. My Shiksha Guru's father, he was around 70 plus. He read Srimad Bhagavatam twice. He was reading third time Srimad Bhagavatam. Unfortunately, he got a brain stroke and his goodbye was reading Srimad Bhagavatam on his bed. He did not leave Srimad Bhagavatam. I have completed Srimad Bhagavatam. I am doing the second time reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. And devotees, so many people, okay, simple Matajis, all Prabhujis who are going into the office, they have read Srimad Bhagavatam. So when in Corona time, when I was in the office, so there was a conductor. Buses used to come and the conductor was stationed there because of Corona. He was a simple conductor. He purchased this Srimad Bhagavatam and he has read Srimad Bhagavatam completely. There is one person who is a driver. He is a normal driver. So when he dropped his master, so he parked at the car's sideway and he took Bhagavatam from his dashboard and he completed his entire Bhagavatam. There are so many people, devotees, who have completed. Yes, we all can do it. It is possible. Provided 10 pages a day, we can finish Bhagavatam in 5 years. It is possible. Provided we give the 5% which Ganeshji has asked all of us. Whether you understand it, don't understand it, read it. Read one by one. It is, you don't understand how much satisfaction in your life you will get when you complete Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, if you read once, the amount of pleasure which you get is unparalleled for anything. You can say, yes, I have completed a literature. Srimad Bhagavatam is called Amala Purana because it deals with a universal question and highest answered. Unlike other Puranas which are focused on certain demigod and dealing with the mode of nature. Srimad Bhagavatam has the most highest standard Vedic Sanskrit which cannot be found in any other Purana. In Sanskrit circles, Srimad Bhagavatam is considered the highest. So you may say, I don't know Sanskrit. No need of knowing Sanskrit. It is given in English, Telugu, Oriya, all those things. Many types, different types of meters you're using in Srimad Bhagavatam. Anyone who seriously tries to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, who properly hears and chants it with devotion, becomes completely liberated. No question of, no doubt over here. You read Bhagavatam and see the changes within you. You can see the changes. Example of one family completely got up this Srimad Bhagavatam. So there is one Mataji called Arudha Mataji. So her guru asked her to do one service. So when she was young, she had one son. So her Guru Maharaj asked, teach your son only Srimad Bhagavatam, no schooling. So she made her son to read Srimad Bhagavatam, geography from Srimad Bhagavatam, mathematics from Srimad Bhagavatam. I do not know how she has written so many books how to do that. In the 10th class, she has joined in the school and he has completed 10th class, intermediate, all those things. And now he is the most demanding speaker in the entire world. Great people come towards him for different kinds of speeches, motivational speeches, devotional speeches, material speeches. He was so excellent. His name is Radhika Raman Prabhu. If you type Google and see Radhika Raman Prabhu, he did not have a schooling. Entire life was on Srimad Bhagavatam. Now he is a very successful. So we all can do that. This is what Srila Prabhupada is folding his hand and saying, please read Srimad Bhagavatam. You can see the video right here. This is the last moment.
And it says,
Srila Prabhupada is translating
karma,
Srimad Bhagavatam.
karma hetu.
Karma hetu, if we engage in devotional service, we get a different nature. And if we engage in the business of sense gratification, we get all different.
And then that karma is tad dehopalabh.
So you can see Srila Prabhupada, he is on the deathbed. At any moment, he might pass his body. What he is doing? He is translating Srimad Bhagavatam for all of us to read. How can you repay such a person? He went to Western countries at the age of 70 plus, taking 3 Srimad Bhagavatams with him. 3 cantos of one trunk. And because of those 3 cantos, you can see the entire 3 and what he has done. At the last moment, he is saying, you have to read Srimad Bhagavatam. He is translating all for us. How can we repay him? Is there any way we can repay him? We cannot do it. But Srimad Bhagavatam also says, how can we repay such a person? How can such a persons who have rendered unlimited service by explaining the path of self-realization in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and whose explanations are given for our enlightenment with complete conviction and Vedic evidence, be repaid except by holding palms containing water for their satisfaction? You can just put namaskar. Cannot repay him. Such great personalities can be satisfied only by their own activity. They are satisfied by themselves, which are distributed amongst human society out of their unlimited. So we can repay him by taking the Srimad Bhagavatam and reading, Bhagavad Gita and reading. That's all we can do. Get self-realized. That's how we can repay him. There is no other way. You take Ganga water, you give the Ganga water back to the Ganga water. There is nothing else we can do. So goal is we have to read Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is Bhadrapada Masa. So the next Purnima is called Bhadra Purnima. So Bhagavatam says, on this day of Bhadra Purnima, one who takes this Srimad Bhagavatam, gifts the Srimad Bhagavatam, donates this Srimad Bhagavatam, gets the ticket for Goloka Vrindavana. It is there in Srimad Bhagavatam, canto number 12, chapter number 13, text number 13. So we have to get Srimad Bhagavatam into our houses. You can donate Bhagavatam to other people. You can help Bhagavatam distribute, but you will get a ticket for Goloka. We all want to go back to Godhead, right? We need a ticket. The ticket is Srimad Bhagavatam. So what we have to do now? Reserve your Srimad Bhagavatam now. So this is the time when we all get Bhagavatam sets in our house. We all donate Bhagavatam sets. Do you know? This is around. It costs around 6,000 to 7,000 rupees according to the language. 6,000 to 7,000. How much is 6,000 to 7,000? It is 1/3 the cost of our mobile phone, isn't it? 2 weeks of our going towards movies. If you go to movies, it costs around 2,000 rupees. Just sacrifice your 3 weeks of movies, you will get a set of Bhagavatam. Now, I know in our satsang, there is a maid servant. Maid servant, how much is her salary? 4,000 rupees will be approximate. 4,000 to 5,000 is a maid servant salary. By name Kumuda. She purchased one full set of Bhagavatam in Telugu. And every year, she donates 3 sets of Bhagavatam. How much is it? 20,000 rupees. He accumulates entire money from the salary for this month. He donates 3 Bhagavatam, entire full Bhagavatam sets. 20,000 rupees. A simple maid servant. Can we all do that? We all can do that. Provided we have interest for that. Take one for yourself in a language you read. You give me whatever language you are, I will arrange you a Srimad Bhagavatam set for you. Take one and for your parents in the language they read. What is the benefit? You will, as a couple, gets benefit. Develop a good habit reading together. A couple that does an activity together stays together. Improve heart-to-heart connection by connecting with God. Develop love for each other and spread that love outside. For your kids, learn the highest value. You find a way. We all want to crack GREs, all TOEFLs, etc. We want to improve our English skills, our language skills. You can use Srimad Bhagavatam even for that. When you read Srimad Bhagavatam, your natural language gets also improved. Develop interest in reading and getting away from electronic gadgets. So mothers try to remove electronic gadgets. This is the way you can give it. Emotional and psychological development, making them a strong person. We want our children to be responsible citizens. Give Srimad Bhagavatam. The Kapila Muni story, if you give it to a child, they will understand how a person should behave, even towards the opposite gender. The parents will spend their last phase of their lives peacefully connecting with God, get rid of the material anxieties, develop renunciation and peace, prepare for the final exam. What is our final exam? We all have to go back. So everywhere, this Srimad Bhagavatam is the only solution. So what you can do? You can reserve your Srimad Bhagavatam. So in the after few weeks, I will be coming in touch with you for regarding the Srimad Bhagavatam. By that time, you can prepare for which language, how you want to take it. So I request each and every one of you, by begging at your lotus feet, please take this Srimad Bhagavatam. Gift Srimad Bhagavatam to your loved ones. Help Srila Prabhupada reaching to different places by distributing this Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for all of you. I think Deepi Reddy Mataji has a doubt earlier.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare
Yes.
Krishna.
Yes, Deepi.
I'm having doubt like Sukadev Goswami and Srila Rupa Goswami. Both are like, both are same. I read somewhere like Srila Rupa Goswami, maid servant of Radha Krishna.
Yes. So it's a high subject. Rupa Goswami is a Rupa Manjari assisting Radharani in Goloka. Rupa Manjari has come into this planet as Srila Rupa Goswami. And Sukadev Goswami is a parent of Radha. Is it clear? Yes. Both are
Okay.
different. Both are Goswamis.
Okay, but both are different.
Both are different.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Any other questions? So if there are no questions, shall we end with Narasimha Pranama? So we'll do Narasimha Pranama now and end this session. Hare Krishna, Sarasija Mataji, please continue.
Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladaladaine, Hiranyakashipurvakshaha, Shilatankanakalaye, Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha, Yato yami tato narsimha, Bahir narsimha, Hrudaye narsimha, Narasimha madin sharanam prapadye, Tava kara kamalavare Vinayakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bhringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bhringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Ananta Dev Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Ananta Dev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Srila Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol समस्त भक्त विघ्न विनाशक श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय भक्ति शिरोमणि श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय.
By the way, Abhishek Prabhu is my younger brother who has brought me into this Krishna consciousness, and he has given me this Srimad Bhagavatam in 2018 and encouraged me to read. And his good wife Sarasita Mataji, she is reading Srimad Bhagavatam with us right now. We are in the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and you can see Jagannath Prabhu who has attended, and his good wife Kalyani Mataji is also reading Srimad Bhagavatam in Telugu and in English as well. So they perfected their lives. We can see their lives they're much more transformed right now. So this is Srimad Bhagavatam will surely bring us a changed person. This is the only way we can come to that. So Bhagavad Gita, yes, we know what we should do. And for that, how should we do? How should we implement in our life? It is Srimad Bhagavatam that gives it. If you have these two literature at your home will be a peaceful place like Vaikuntha. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining today's session. In spite of all our busy schedule, you have agreed to give me this association. Thank you all, without which this would not have happened. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Deepthi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you for joining. Padmavati Mataji and Sagar Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Usha Mataji and Krishna Rao Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Karisita Mataji and Abhishek Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Srinath Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Srinidhi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Manikyam Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Sita Lakshmi, Dandavat Pranam. Hemlata Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Vikas Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Jagannath Prabhu and Kalyani Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much. So next week, we will be conducting our physical session at the same time with destiny, free will, and God's mercy. We will continue with the karma topic. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Pancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyavacha
Hare
patitanam
Krishna
pavanebhyo.
Guruji.